Hi everyone and welcome to a Pesach gift giving session. And this session is all about freedom. Question: which of the two breads would you say is connected with freedom? Would you say it's the Matzah or would you say it's chametz? Now I know what you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me Matzah. Why? Because that's what we're always told. But I want you to leave that behind and I want you to think about it yourself. With matzah, the moment the flour and water touches, you have to make sure to continuously move it. You're not allowed to leave it for 1 single second. You have to mix and mix and mix. I once worked in a matzah baking factory, and there were kids, and they're running around saying, Mrs. Matzah, Mrs. Matzah, Mrs. Matzah. They're shouting and screaming, saying, whoa, 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 I'm trying that. Every time I try to do it, it's, no, faster, faster. I'm working as fast as I can. And you have to be able to do this incredibly quickly. And then what do? You stick it in a burning oven and you have to take it in and take it out. Here's a little video just showing you how stressful it is to make matzah. Are you ready? So a special person who mixes it all together. And you dish it to someone else who has to keep on moving with it. You have portions quickly, mixing it. Making holes on it. Only goes in the oven just for a few seconds. Just watching it makes me feel stressed. It reminds me of when I was in the matzah factory myself. Or would you say the real true bread of freedom is the bread? And when you make bread, you know what? You can take as long as you want. There's no rush. Just take your time. It takes hours to be able to make challah, as we'll see in this video. Let it rise for an hour or longer, whenever you're ready. Having my drink, my pina colada. Roll it. Put one over the other, then the other, then the other. Put it out on the baking tray. I think let's have another rest now. Cover it. Leave it for another hour. Stick in the oven, 20 minutes, half an hour. When you're ready, take it out, let it cool down, and enjoy your challah. Right, so you tell me which one of those two is free. Is it the matzah? Go! Or is it the challah, the bread? You can take your time. Now what do you think is free? I'll tell you what I think is free. I say that bread is the free bread. Matzah is oppressed. Matzah is being pushed. It's so stressful. I say that every single year in the run-up to Pesach, we need to search our houses high and low to find any crumbs of matzah. We should not allow any matzah on Pesach whatsoever. On Pesach, only chametz. Make sure there's no matzah crumbs anywhere, because matzah is totally about being a slave. And surely Pesach is about freedom. Only chametz. On Seder night, we get rid of the matzah, but tonight we only eat chametz. So what's going on? Why is it that we eat the matzah and not the chametz? I don't get that. So I ask you once again, which one is the free bread? Why is it that we say matzah is free when surely bread is free? You know, there's a true story with Rabbi Aryeh Levine. And Rabbi Levine was otherwise known as the prison rabbi, or the father of the prisoners. Because in Israel, where there were prisoners, he would visit them daily and be able to give them encouragement and to be able to make them feel better when they were stuck in prison. And he became lovingly known as the father of the prisoners. And he once came to run a Seder in the prison. And when he ran a Seder in the prison, the prisoner said, "Thank you so much. We really appreciate this. But but there's one thing that we're missing. Because when it comes to Eliyahu Hanavi, we would open the door and we would welcome him in. But we're here behind doors. We're locked in jail. We can't open the doors." Shucks. But the real question is, how are you able to tell a prisoner about freedom? Why are you even having a Seder in prison when Seder is about freedom and prison is about taking away the freedom? Is it possible to have a Seder whilst you're still a prisoner? How would the two things go together? Is it actually possible to be free when you're still in jail? Well, let's look into this. And the answer is because there's two types of freedom. Stay with me. There's one type of freedom, which is I want to escape. I want to run away. There's some horrible people and I want to move as far away from them as possible. Get me away from here. Where do you want to go? I don't care where I go. It's not about where I'm going to. It's about running away from them. I don't want to be oppressed. I don't want to be anywhere near them. Just get me out of here. That's one type of freedom. But there is another type of freedom which is a bit more complicated. This type of freedom is not the freedom of running away from. It's being able to be who I want to be. It's running to, going where I want to be. As Muhammad Ali said, I hated every single minute of training, but I said, don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion. He worked super hard. It was horrible, but he wanted to be the best boxer. I'm not saying you should be a boxer. Do not become a boxer. Not the greatest job. Very violent job. But he wants to become a boxer. And therefore he worked really hard to have the freedom to be who he truly wanted to be, the greatest boxer in the world. When it comes to studying is not easy. But if I want to be, let's say, a doctor, I can't be a doctor right now. I'm not free to be a doctor because I don't have the knowledge. If I want to be free to be a doctor, I have to work hard to be able to become a doctor. If I want to be an athlete, I have to work super hard to be an athlete, and then I'm free to be what I truly want to be, which is an athlete. So the two types of freedom is, one is freedom from, I'm running away from people I don't want to be near. What do you want to do? I don't know, just get away. And the other type of freedom is freedom to, I want to be able to do something. I want to be able to go somewhere, be someone. And these have two different Hebrew words. The word for freedom from in Hebrew is chofshi. I want a break. I want to be able to get away. That's called chofshi. But the other word, freedom to be whom I want to be, that's called cherut, cherus. And cherus is about freedom to be who I truly want to be. It says in Pirkei Avos that Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi says that when we talked about when we have the Ten Commandments are charut. It's etched. The word is they're etched. You would have, chisel out the letters of the words of the Torah on the Ten Commandments. But he says a play on the words. Don't read the words charut, etched, but rather read the word cherut, freedom. And he says that the only true way to be free is one who studies, involves themselves with Torah and mitzvot. Well, the word halacha, by the way, doesn't mean laws. We say halacha, keeping the laws, keeping the halacha. Halacha really means actually lech. It means a path. And the purpose of the Torah and the mitzvot is to give us a path of how we can have freedom to, how we can have cherus, how I can be the true best person that I want to be. And let me explain that in more detail. Being the best ain't easy. It's a bit like if you have a violin. If you want to have an easy, relaxing life, you make the strings relax, you won't get anything out of that violin. The only way you're going to make a beautiful sound is if you tighten it and tighten the strings and really stretch it. It's not easy work. It's very hard. But when you push yourself, that's how you get sweet music. What is the best that I want to be? What's going on? So the answer is as follows. A person is made out of two parts, a body and a soul. Two parts to us. The body only cares about the here and now. No. Now, I want pleasure. Now, I want it all and I want it now. That is the body. As far as the soul is concerned, the soul has the ability to look for more meaning and purpose, to look towards the future. And this is life, a battle between body and soul. As far as the body is concerned, every time you give, you're losing out. Why are you giving? The body cares about me. It's about taking. The soul cares about giving. The soul realizes that every time you give, you're growing as a person. So the body says, no, don't give. Don't be a giver. What are you doing? Don't share those. What? No. You're losing out. No. You gave tzedakah. You could have bought something with that. And the soul says, no, give it. Go give it. Develop yourself. Be better. Be stronger. Be the best that you can be. This is the battle. Someone is not really considered free if they can't be able to remove themselves from the body. So putting it together, the body is chofshi. The body says, I don't want anyone telling me what to do. Don't tell me any laws. Don't tell me all the right thing, the wrong thing, the moral thing. I don't care. I want to be free to do what I like. Let me just take and enjoy myself by taking. It's the soul. It's when we associate, when we connect ourselves to the soul, that gives us freedom too. That gives us chayrus. That has the ability to be able to give. How can you tell someone in prison about freedom when surely they're locked up? Answer is because that's not the freedom that we're talking about. The freedom of Pesach is freedom to be the best who I can be. It's not just running away. It's about who I can be. And you can tell that to even someone who is in prison. So let's say, for example, someone has all the presents in the world, the Afikoman presents, and forget Afikoman presents, birthday presents, presents galore, and their parents are here just to serve them. Is this person free? Well, they might have chofshi. They might have freedom from no one telling me, freedom from all the rules and restrictions. I can do what I like. But they are certainly not connecting with their soul. They don't have freedom to be the best person that they can. And what about this situation? Someone who's in prison, but now they're taught and they're being able to have an education and they're going to be able to learn how to be able to better themselves. How can I have a job? How can I do to be able to give? Even though this person may be locked up in prison, they are developing freedom to be the best that they can be. And on the other side, someone is a shopaholic and someone has all the money in the world, but they can't stop shopping. What would you say? That's chofshi or chayrus? That's freedom to be the best you can, or freedom from don't tell me what to do, let me just be able to buy whatever I want to buy? It's freedom from. Are they free? That's not freedom. That's not the freedom we're talking about. As long as you're a slave to your body, you don't have chayrus. You only have chayrus when I'm free to be who I want to be, without my little voices saying inside of me, no, take, what about yourself? No, to be free of that. That is chayrus. When it comes to Pesach, we might think Pesach, 1 minute, surely Pesach is about just running away. We had the Egyptians who were trying to hurt us. They're trying to kill us. And we're running away from them. Surely Pesach is about chofshi. No longer anyone bullying us. Let me just break free. And you're very well. It makes sense that you would think that. But what do? Second day Pesach, automatically we start counting the Yomer. And we're counting, showing that 1 minute. It's not about that. It's not about just running away. We're leading up to the giving of the Torah. The only purpose of being freed from Egypt is not the freedom from. The chofshi, the freedom from the Egyptians, is just a means to get to chayrus, freedom to be the best that I can be, because that is the goal. How do we do that? Step by step. We got 49 steps of the Omek from Pesach to Shavuot, where every day we got to develop ourselves and free ourselves and work hard, turning ourselves from being a taker into a giver, from me into we. It's not an easy process, and it's hard. It's grueling. It's not, but that's not the freedom we're about. You have to work just as hard as a matzah. Go, 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 go. Push yourself. Come on, come on, come on. But when you do that, you come out the other side of being someone who's so much better. You become a giver. And isn't that what it's all about? So stage by stage, day by day, working, trying to develop those habits, good habits to become a giver. So chofshi is a couch potato. Leave me alone. That's not what we're here to teach. We're here to be chayrus, free, study, work, develop yourself to be the best that you can be. And I don't know when you're watching this video, but if you happen to be watching this video before Pesach, let's look at the chofshi and chayrus here. Cleaning for Pesach. No, don't make me do it. No, you run away, do anything. I've got too many busy things. I'm sorry. I'd love to help, but I can't help. Let me break free. That's chofshi, but that's not what it's about. Pesach is about the matzah. Work hard. Help your parents. You can start becoming a giver now. If it's during Pesach, I'm sure there's help needed. If it's after Pesach, clearing up, getting everything else after. This is how we develop ourselves, and this is how we have true chayrus, cleaning. Oh, yeah. But cleaning and helping our parents, that's how we develop chayrus. I saw this beautiful line. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light and not our darkness that most frightens us. Each one of us has a potential. If we were to connect with our soul, wow. But it's tough work to be able to do that. It doesn't just come by laying back, being chametz. It can only be that if we're fast like a matzah. Be great, be a giver, and be free.